Beloved, I hope you must have understand by now that it's not only God that gives children. There are many gods that give children. Knowing this will help you to be careful when you are asking on in need of fruit of the womb. Today, I'll be narrating a life story that has to do with my family story. How my mother went through the wilderness of barrenness for 10 years and later do one or two things with my father in ungodly way, and that was how she started, or they started having us, and how the whole issue is affect with children, especially those that are not yet born again and become the knowledge of the truth. So stay by as we go to this our life story that has to do with me and my family. And then the purpose of this is to open your eye, to give you the right key what to do and when you are going through the wilderness of barrenness, so that you will not be happy today and be mourn or crying as you grow older because of the source of your pregnancy or your children. In the book of Proverbs 10:22, make us to understand that the blessing of the Lord maketh rich, maketh good, and add what? No sorrow. Whenever you something good happens, sorrow follow it, it's obvious that God is not responsible at the beginning of that thing as first place. Please subscribe to my channel as I'm working now. Please share, give me a like. Your likeness will help you to take this video further to other people. Save a life, save a generation to come. Thank you, Lord Jesus. Now, the life story of my family that has to do with me and my family, my siblings, my father, it go like this. My mother married a very rich man, according to the story, what we were told. And she stayed minimum of 9 to 10 years without having children. No miscarriage, nothing. Okay? And whenever they go ungodly way, or they went ungodly way to know what is happening, they will say the first wife of the man is the one that tied her womb. So she tried her possible best to bear children for the man. So, olden days they marry anyhow. The more they marry, the more greater, the more, it's a pride for men those days to marry many women. So this was how my mother fought or tried to bear children for her husband. Then no avail. And this caused the marriage to collapse, and she returned empty-handed to her parents. You must have heard me saying that my father was a native doctor, involved in so many things, being a soldier, civil servant, and blah, blah, blah. So when my father returned from his soldier stuff, journey, after war and all of that, he wanted to marry. And he was told that there's a beautiful woman. She just returned to her father's house because she married before, inability to bear children caused problem, and she returned home. But she's beautiful. What will you think? And my father said, does she has a feminine organ? Like, is she woman by nature? They say yes, no problem. He will marry her. So my father was involved of my mother's situation, and he decided for the fact that she is a woman, she's a woman, and no problem. That was how my father married my mother. And according to what we are told, so there was something, ungodly, like whatever, that my father have to cross it over. When my father succeeded in crossing it over, the yoke of that barrenness, whatever they have done to her, will be broken. But when my father fall, there is no way. So my father did everything, and he didn't fall when he had to cross something that was on the ground. And my mother had first miscarriage, and the second pregnancy happened to be our first brother now, or our firstborn of the family. That was how my mother started having children with my father, her second marriage. And we later grew up and begged my mother to stop having children because she was so obsessed with the beauty that comes with a woman newly put to bed. We just like a woman newly put to bed, like a woman put to bed newly. That beauty, my mother so much loved it that she didn't want to stop the children until we grow and say, "Mommy, please now stop, stop, stop." So that was that, and time went by. Now, as a believer that God have saved in so many ways, I'm now to tell you how everything have fitted with the children. Especially my simplest have not yet becoming the knowledge of the truth. When my immediate elder brother, the one before me, was seen in my mother's womb, so it was time for him to be delivered. So the pregnancy was just relaxing, and when they go to watch out what is happening, in ungodly way, they said that the man that will come through my mother is still alive. We're talking of what? Reincarnation. So the man that will reincarnate, is that the right English? The baby in the womb is still alive. So that my mother will not give birth until that man died, because it's the man that my mother want to give birth to. Okay. I'm from Esa. It's called it's called Onoji. Okay? So Oji. It's called Oji. So let me use the word king. We're not talking about chief. So each village, it has the ruler. Okay? The oldest person that is ruling that village. Let me call him king. Okay? Of the village. I don't know if that is the right word, but I'm trying to make you to understand. So the man was very old, but I bet he was still alive. And as they said it came out to be like that man had to die. After a few days, that was when my mother went to labor and gave birth to my elder brother, which is the one before me. Is that normal? No. We talk about reincarnation. It's true. Jesus Christ is the reincarnation of God. John the Baptist is the reincarnation of Elijah. Okay? So, but this was ungodly way that a fellow human being had to die because he's the one that that's just it. Fine. Okay? Now, when my mother was conceiving me, I was in my mother's room. According to my father, in the dream, I came to my father and told my father that I am a queen. That was how my father named me Queen and Queen Elizabeth. How? Queen and what Elizabeth. But when I was born, growing up, my father called these two names together. He said, I gave myself name that I am a queen. So my father called me Queen Elizabeth together. Say I'm the queen of the family. He said I named myself before I was born. And there are other names. Now, it's good that as a believer now, God can tell you, look at the child you are carrying. The child will review himself. God will review him. But we're talking about people that are not the control of God totally. Using under another gods. Is that normal or was that normal? If you ask me, I will say no, it is not normal. Now time has passed. God has helped me to break free from whatever that is on ground in my generation. My father was second son. Every second of the generation that have become me inherited being native doctor. So my father died as a native doctor. My father was one of the best man I will forever beg for him to marry again, such man to marry, because I never know him doing evil. But I've got to understand now that the generation of my ancestors, they are great people, or they were great people. Seer, prophet, prophetess, great people that God created them to be. But unfortunately, devil makes a way to their life and what? Divert their calling. They use their gift, God-given gift, to glorify the devil. Thank God I did jump there. Because even now, when they are still in the dark, I'm sorry to use that word, as not fully, no, stepping into godly life, you can see them. When something happen, you can see that they had a special gift. But the devil have sat on top of their gift and be manipulating them. Now, how does those things affect us or see affecting us, especially those my place? It came to a point that God began to open my eyes as a child of God. God took me out among of them, and I was sure what is on ground. You have no idea how God have helped me, deliver me over and over again, because there is one or two things claiming ownership of me. You have no idea how God have helped me to fight and get my ground. You have no idea what was standing on my way. I will tell you, it's a gradual process. As I'm talking to you, Nana, we are still fighting. Because it is not over, or it is over. Praise Master Jesus. You have no idea what God have opened my eye to see. By saying, yes, they are mine. It has been set. The power and the authority will be given to them. Unfortunately, my siblings are not understanding this. Something happened the other day. I was telling my mother one of two things, and another video I will talk about this. My mother was regretting her actions. Now, what I want you to know is this. Whatever God did give, it will end up coming with problems. Coming with what? Problems. Thank God God have delivered me. I am the only one person that will be able to break free among of my parents' children. In fact, there are things that if I remember the fight, how God delivered, how God have been helping me out, like, it will make me want to say, Jesus Christ died for only me. I'm the most lucky person to find Christ, because I know what is holding like the foundation that is, that powerful is our foundation of our ancestors that is holding them down. I'm making this video. I will continue in my next video to tell you that never you make a mistake of seeking the fruit of the womb from any house source except God that giveth good. This that I just narrated to you now has been the problem of so many. They are not breaking through. They are being held captive in one or two areas because of the beginning, what happened. And the parents have forgotten that they have given authority to the devil. They have promised. All they want is just children. Forgetting the damage they done even before the children was born, or to the next generation. I will continue this video to tell you what to do when you are going through the challenges of having children. Please, I say it again. It's not all children come from God. And to crown the crime, people look for children for different sources and come and give testimony in the altar of God. The altar of God, When my father was he practicing native doctor, when was he alive? I can tell. I can tell. Many things can be made to be your child, to give to you as children, because I know how those things work. Thank God that now those things that I see that I'm aware of, it make my eye most open to know what to do with my Christianity life. To know that yes, indeed, life is spiritual. Don't make a mistake of seeking the fruit of the womb in any house source. I will see you in the next video as I give you the key of what to do to unlock your womb. Thank you.